What if the principles of love and mutual aid were the foundational building blocks of our society? This is not a new concept. In fact, it dates back millennia. Today we delve into the lives and philosophies of two individuals who championed these principles, Jesus of Nazareth and Peter Kropotkin. Born in a humble setting around 2,000 years ago, Jesus remains a figure of immense influence and significance in our world. His teachings, as recorded in the New Testament, revolved around love, forgiveness, and compassion. He urged his followers to love their neighbors as they loved themselves, to extend kindness to the stranger, and to forgive those who wronged them. His philosophy was radical in its simplicity and its call for a fundamental shift in human behavior. Jesus' message was not just about personal transformation, but also about societal change. He advocated for a society where the last would be first, the meek would inherit the earth, and where love would triumph over hate. His vision was of a world where people cared for one another, where the needs of the many were prioritized over the wants of the few. Fast forward to the 19th century, and we find Peter Kropotkin, a Russian prince turned philosopher. Kropotkin, like Jesus, was a proponent of a radical shift in societal structures. He believed in the principle of mutual aid, the idea that cooperation and reciprocity were inherent in nature and should form the basis of human society. Kropotkin argued that competition was not the only driving force in nature or human society. Instead, he saw cooperation as equally vital, if not more so. He proposed that societies where mutual aid was the norm were more likely to survive and thrive. This philosophy was a direct challenge to the prevailing social Darwinist ideas of his time. Kropotkin's vision, like Jesus's, was of a society where people cared for each other, where cooperation trumped competition, and where the needs of the many outweighed the wants of the few. While their contexts were different, the essence of their philosophies was remarkably similar. In summary, both Jesus and Kropotkin championed the principles of love, compassion, and mutual aid. They envisioned societies where these values were the norm rather than the exception. Jesus, through his teachings, urged individuals to transform themselves and their societies. Kropotkin, through his writings, proposed a societal structure that prioritized cooperation and reciprocity. The philosophies of these two figures, separated by centuries and cultures, offer a compelling vision of a society rooted in love and mutual aid. They challenge us to rethink our values, our relationships, and our societal structures. As we move forward, their teachings remain as pertinent as ever, reminding us of the power of love, compassion, and mutual aid in creating a more just and equitable society.